Oh, man. Ranking last week, I put the Ravens at number 1 and they lost. So if I put the 49ers at number 1... Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to an episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't do a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Grossi, and today we will be ranking the final 4 teams remaining in the playoffs. But first, before we get to that, I want to do a big shout out and thank you to a brand new Patreon over at patreon.com/Tom Grossi Comedy, and that is a Mr. William Geddes. Thank you, my good sir. And if you are interested, head on over to patreon.com/Tom Grossi Comedy to support me and get some cool rewards. Now, let's start off with these rankings. Now, if these playoffs have shown us anything, it's that this league is week to week. You got the 9-7 Titans, who barely snuck on into the playoffs, and they have eliminated the number 3 Patriots and the number 1, and in my opinion, the best team that was in the playoffs, Baltimore Ravens. It's about momentum, and it's about fracking week-to-week football. And so, of course, while a team may look better on paper, you just never freaking know because it's any given Sunday or Saturday. But in this case, it's only Sunday left. But Mondays and Thursdays during the regular season too. You get the point. And let's start off with number 4, and that is the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans have kind of shocked the world here, or at least they definitely shocked New England and Baltimore, as they have gone in and really have just implemented a very simple game plan. Run Derrick Henry all day. And it's worked. Ryan Tannehill has made some big boy throws when he had to. He looked pretty darn good against the Ravens, making some of those great throws. But really, this game plan is simple of just utilizing Derrick Henry to bulldoze the opposing defense, control time of possession, and just win the game. Now, again, the biggest shocker for me over these past 2 weeks is how well the Titans defense has played. You have Lamar Jackson and this high-powered Ravens offense, who had the most rushing yards, by the way, for an entire team ever in the NFL in a 16-game season. And they just completely got away from that game plan by going down early against the Titans. And the Titans were able to just ride that wave throughout the rest of the game. Now, obviously, they're going to be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, who have a very high-powered offense. And to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to have to keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. That's how it's going to be. They want to play this long, tough, smash-mouth football, and that's how they're going to win the game. However, if Patrick Mahomes sees the field and they're able to put up a whole bunch of points, I don't know if the Titans have the offensive capabilities to actually come back. Now, all that being said, if their defense continues to play well, and I think that their defense is definitely better than the Houston Texans' defense, then I think that this should be a really good game. It's kind of a team of a game of complete opposite teams here, in that you have, smash mouth, run heavy football in the Titans, and then you have high-powered, high-flying offense in Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So it should be one hell of a game, but on paper, I feel like we're all just waiting for the other shoe to drop for the Titans, but who knows? They just might be the team of destiny this year. Heading on over to number 3, you got the Green Bay Packers. That's right, the Packers, who put on a great offensive performance in the first 3 quarters and then got shut out in the fourth quarter. Looked pretty damn good, but of course, Seattle, being Seattle, stayed in the game. They just lingered there like a fart in your car. And you go shopping and you come back and it's still there. It's in the seats, and you didn't buy leather because, you couldn't afford the accessories, and so it's just absorbed right into the seat. Getting 5 sacks on Russell Wilson was great. The defense played well when they had to, making those big plays. Were exhausted playing against Russell Wilson by the time the fourth quarter rolled around. And the offense was clicking. Aaron Rodgers had a great night. Devontae Adams setting Packers wide receiver playoff records. Looked amazing. Aaron Jones obviously going in for a couple of scores. And so this was a great game for the Packers offense, and they are going to need to bring it against this 49ers team. Obviously, this is going to be the toughest game they had all season, even though they already played the 49ers and they got their ass kicked on Sunday Night Football. So hopefully we do not see a repeat performance of that. But I think you will have a very different type of game. So even if the Packers wind up losing, I think it will be much, much closer, as all eyes are on San Francisco right now, as they right now kind of like have their ticket punched right now after punching the Vikings in the mouth to the Super Bowl. And it's just up to the Green Bay Packers to say nay, maybe next year. But in actuality, the Packers, they have the run game that could be explosive. The Seahawks were obviously targeting Aaron Jones. Packers didn't really have a ton of running success in the fourth quarter. But if their offense is able to get clicking, hopefully Allen Lazard is going to be okay. That offensive line needs to get healthy. Brian Bulaga hopefully will be okay after suffering the illness this past Sunday, which took him out of the game. But, I mean, they're going to have their hands full with that defensive front of the 49ers. And obviously the 49ers, they know how to score points. So this should be a really, really good game. I hope it is, but the Packers right now, they're sitting at number 3 for me. Then heading over to number 2, a team that if you just watched the first quarter of yesterday's game, you didn't think was going to be here, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs going down 24-0 at the start of the second quarter. And then they scored 28 points in less than a quarter. That's disgusting. Yeah, they tore apart this Texans defense, and I think it just showed the tenacity of the team and the fact that Bill O'Brien doesn't know how to call plays or maintain a league. But that being said, Patrick Mahomes is scary. I told you that the Chiefs, for me, one of those surging teams that I don't think anybody wants to play right now, and they're going against the other surging team in the AFC, in the Titans, who is a dark horse to win this thing. And right now, I think, obviously, their defense struggled in that first quarter. And that's really all the times they struggled. They really locked down Deshaun Watson after that for 3 quarters, only giving up a touchdown after that point. So I think that the Chiefs right now, this is their game to lose. They have the high-powered offense. Their defense does give me pause. But, you know, if Patrick Mahomes sees the field a lot, he's most likely going to score some points. And then, of course, you got number 1. You got the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers, man, what it looked like for like a couple drives of, oh man, this is going to be a close game with the Vikings. Nope, it wasn't. Yeah, the 49ers just demolished them. Their defense was able to shut down Dalvin Cook with ease and then force Kirk Cousins to throw the ball, and we all know how that went. And then their offense was clicking and firing on all cylinders. Vikings defense, which really gave Drew Brees and that New Orleans Saints fits in the wild card round, just looked anemic this past Saturday. And so you have the 49ers, who are a pretty damn balanced team. Now, obviously, they are not unbeatable. You know, ask the Falcons. And so they definitely, the Packers do have a shot here. You know, I'm not writing them off in any way, shape, or form. I think it'd be foolish to write any team off at this point, because we're at the point where if these playoffs have done anything, they've showed that anybody can win. So that being said, the 49ers, I think, are the best balanced team left in the playoffs. They have the defense, they have the offense. And listen, if they get through the Packers, there's a good chance that they win this Super Bowl. So for right now, the San Francisco 49ers are the number 1 team. And yes, I'm hoping to put that jinx so hard upon you. And hopefully I'll be sitting here next week ranking the top 2 teams left, and the Green Bay Packers will be right there. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Where do you got the Packers ranked? Where do you got the rest of the teams ranked? Do you think that the 49ers are the best? Let me know. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com or at TomGrossiComedy at all social media. See down below. Check out podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, and of course YouTube. And a big shout out and thank you to all the Patreon members over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack, go.